Literacy is a really big issue within the deaf community. 90% of deaf children are born to hearing parents, and they don't have access to sign language. And we know that between the ages of 0 and 5 is crucial for language acquisition. If there is no input in terms of sign language for deaf children, then it is very difficult for them to acquire reading skills.
The emotional impact of not being able to read and write when children arrive at school is very frustrating. They recognise that their peers are advancing and they are not. And when they go home and they struggle to communicate with their family and they struggle to communicate in the school, they become further and further behind.
I have 4 children and my youngest child is Tink, who was born profoundly deaf. Tink is finding learning to read very, very difficult.
She didn't know how to say the word or how to interpret the word.
So actually you're just looking at a page with lots of things on that you have no understanding on. So her early experiences, or our early experiences of reading together, were horrendous. It would usually include lots of ripped books being thrown across the room.
Just imagine the parents reading a bedtime story from a book to their hearing child. That can't be done with a deaf child.
StorySign is really important, as there really isn't enough out there for deaf children. In fact, there really is very little. At last, with StorySign, we've got something. We've got the technology, and it links with the traditional books. So it's encouraging deaf children to sign and read. And that's important. Is there enough awareness out there about deaf children and their literacy? I really think there isn't. Reading is so important.
Huawei. Make it possible.